Subscribe right now, or you will eat all your and your mom's apples. What was the weirdest thing someone asked you to do during sex? I dated a guy briefly that couldn't get off unless I choked him until he passed out. I choke him, keep on riding. Then when he came. This is how it had to be every time or he wouldn't finish. It didn't last long. It was weird. Bite my nipples and I was like bite, forceful, bite, and she was like yes. I did and she said bite me harder. I did and she said harder. That was the most fearful bite I've ever had in my life. That's when you go out and buy her a good set of nipple clamps. If I wanted to play Minecraft after, it was hilarious and adorable, but not the best time to ask. Edit. We played Minecraft after. Not me, but a great friend of mine. He moved off to college and he currently had a GF. She was down there with him breaking in the IKEA bed set when she told him, hit me like a man. He was currently balls deep in her and he was confused, so he slapped her. She said, hit me like a real man, bitch. He proceeded to clock her lights out. In a moment of excitement and confusion, he had to ask himself, should I continue? Should I stop? What the fuck did I just do? She had a lovely shade of purple across her face. He broke up with her shortly after she tried getting the same thing again. Girl really wanted to blindfold me, handcuff me and then start cutting me with a knife. I said no. You should be happy she told you about the knife part beforehand. Edit. Thanks for the silver kind stranger. I have another. I had one ex-girlfriend that was sexually attracted to Freddy Krueger. I'm no prude. So one night I surprised her with the sweater, the gloves, the whole get up, turned the lights off, put on one of the movies, and fucked her while quoting Freddy the whole time. Words cannot express how hard she came. Been reading this thread for about 80 minutes. This is my favorite so far. Edit. Been reading a further 2 hours. This is still my favorite. She asked me to put a lollipop in her pussy and then eat it. I did. Tasted alright to be fair. That's how you get yourself a yeast infection. Take the condom off. I refused, but after I couldn't finish and stopped, she proceeded to tell me she had an infection that was contagious and was advised to not have sex for 8 months. What the fuck? I brought home a girl and during the heat of the moment she started screaming on the top of her lungs, like her vocal cords were about to explode. I'm not all that impressive in bed, screaming to go harder and just yelling till her face turned blue. I lived with my parents in a small house. My room was right next to theirs. They were home. Larry, it is time you got your own place. I need to know how the next morning went with mom and dad. Oh no, oh. Pull out her pubic hair. Not very sexy. Fucking. Sure, why not? Maybe she wanted a free wax. Man shrugging. Let's drench ourselves in Coca-Cola and have sex. I want to give you a carbonated blowjob. Had a guy ask me to unlock my phone, then proceeded to put his number in my contacts while he was pounding me. Him. You like how I did that? Huh. Me. It was kind of weird actually. She wanted me to dress in a ski mask and pretend to be a home intruder. Asked for pictures of my teeth. It escalated into requesting full-on dental records. I later learned he had a dental chair set up and everything for sex purposes. Weirdest thing is that he had no dentistry in his background. Yeah, that guy was a serial killer. My father was a dentist. We donated one of his dental chairs to a sex dungeon after he died. The people at the dungeon were thrilled. What the fuck? It was with a girl I'd been with for a couple of months. Girl said, I can't wait to taste your blood. I responded with, I definitely can't say the same. She was not pleased. Did she have any problems with mirrors or directly sunlight, perchance? She told me to hit her. I gave her a light bitch slap, but she didn't mean slap her. She meant hit her, as in with my fist. I didn't do it. This same thing happened to me. I did a light slap and she laughed and told me to make her bleed. I said fuck no and she said okay and we just kept going, lol. She wanted me to say terrible things about her. That's how I found out physical abuse is much easier to provide on request than emotional abuse. Gosh, you're such a bad girl. Your handwriting is terrible. Partner knows about my obsessive love of all things Harry Potter. Called me my little Dumbledore. During sex. Couldn't finish because we were both laughing too hard. She stopped mid-sex and told me put on your Batman mask and treat me like a whore. I'm okay, but did you do it? I had a guy tell me he wanted to put a baby in me and asked me to say give me a baby as he came. We had known each other for less than a week. A previous girlfriend once moaned her own name whilst she came. Weirdest and funniest thing I've ever heard. She could never really explain why. She went full Pokemon. Dude, I did this multiple times accidentally. Am I the girl? Oh god. Point your toes for me. Dude watched synchronized swimming as porn. What a fucking fascinating individual. No, I get this. I think it seems more feminine or something. That or he and I have some deeply repressed swimming pool trauma. When my ex wanted to swallow my sailors, she would say, "Give me my chicken and dumplings." It was odd, but never threw me off. This requires more attention. At one point, was dating this chick about 4 years older than me. Refuses to have sex with me unless I called her mommy. The incident that broke the camel's back for me was that she wanted me to nut in her. So I did, and she proclaimed, "I am gonna have my son's baby." Context: she was a co-worker and seemed quite decent. Everyone said she was just the girl next door type. Edit. Grammar. The girl next door is a freak. Well, my ex at the time was like 22, 23, around there, and for some reason, she was watching Dora the Explorer as I was eating her pussy out. Like, I can tell she was enjoying my tongue in her pussy and all, but yeah. Do you know the way to the big blue mountain? Slurping noises in the background. I was once going to town on my ex and she suddenly changed moods and is like, "Keep sucking on my toes." Me being confused and in caveman mode, kind of paused for a moment until I realized my dog had ventured over and was licking her foot that was hanging off the bed. 10/10 wingman. Jerk off on her face. From full flaccid to finish. I just met her an hour before, and yes, I did it. She asked me to run a sharp knife along her back, enough to break and cut the skin, but not deep enough to require serious medical attention. That was a solid no from me. Pro tip: if you leave a spoon in the freezer and use the edge of it, you can create a feeling similar to a knife edge without cutting someone. It works if they aren't able to see what you're using. Picked up a pipeline worker in Austin and he wanted me to squeeze his balls as hard as I could with my hand and also piss on his face. I told him I'd obviously bitten off more than I can chew and asked him to leave my hotel room. Girl I dated had rape fantasies. It was odd. It escalated from her asking me to hold a knife to her throat to asking for me to hold a gun to her head. Not one to disappoint. I brought my small revolver, and loaded obviously, and during us fucking, she took my hand with the gun and held it to her head. At that point, she noticed it was unloaded and said, "What the fuck? Why are you being such a pussy about this?" Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not going to jail. Holy shit. Dodge a bullet right there. Went home with a girl. After a while she rode me on her couch. Looks up at the ceiling fan and said, "This is where my husband hung himself." And I lost my chubby. Holy fuck. My girlfriend is bad at the dirty talk and rarely does a swear. So it took some effort, but I was trying to get her to tell me to fuck me with your big cock. I got her to say, "I want you to put your penis in me." It's a work in progress. First girlfriend I was sexually active with asked me if I wanted to try doggy style. I thought some reason that it was code for anal and had a mini panic attack. Fart when you come. Not only I don't get how is that sexy in any way, shape or form, but how do you force yourself to fart? Not to mention the fear if I try to do it I will be the guy who shit himself while fucking. I know this is a common one, but punish me daddy. Makes me laugh more than get horny. You're grounded. A girl I know has a boyfriend that asked her to pee in his mouth and she was so nervous she pooped a small nugget, raisin size, on his face. Edit. Thanks for the gold and silver. I was disgusted yet amused. Thank you. I was with a woman and she told me suck my dick, bitch. I obviously was confused, but she said later she just liked the sound of it when she wanted a dude going down on her. That was her way of playing a dominant role or something. I was probably 25, 26 and she was 23. I wonder what she does now that she's married. I just imagine she has a sex dungeon room, and probably a strap-on of some kind. In college, I slept with a girl I had been friends with for a while as sort of a rebound after breaking up with my ex for cheating on me. In the middle of it she asks, "How does it feel to know someone you loved and held at night was getting all this from someone else?" with this sadistic grin on her face. Turns out she was saying this to get me mad, because she wanted to be choked, slapped, gagged, etc. All she had to do was ask, instead of breaking down any dignity I had. In one night, a girl asked me to do the following. Fuck her on the toilet. I was seated. She rode me. Yes, the seat was closed. Fuck her in the closet. Fuck her in the kitchen. Bend over. She demanded I keep saying this is how daddy fucks his sluts. After the first two, Number 3 seemed so vanilla. Number 2 sounds pretty hot, not gonna lie. Bite her tits so hard I thought I'd break the skin for sure. Then I had to spend the next 5 or 6 girls trying to stop biting ladies. I'm going through bite aversion right now too. It's tough. Poop on her. That shit was strange. Did you? During doggy, he shoved my whole face down into the pillow and demanded look at me. Not possible dude. It's been a few years and I still think about it occasionally as a what the fuck moment. He was calling to his ancestors to witness his conquest. Don't worry, he wasn't talking to you. This reminds me of the quote from Wedding Crashers, shut your mouth when you're talking to me. This kinda sounds like he wanted to get off on you struggling to turn your head around. To pee on them. To let them pee on me, and to let them pee in my mouth, to choke them with my legs, not actually during sex but to them it was sexual. Edit. No, I'm not R. Kelly, I actually didn't even thought about name when I posted it XD. Huh? Do you like fluffy tails and bunny ears? Me. Hell yeah. Huh? Gets up, walks out of the bedroom and comes back with an actual rabbit. Some of it rubbed off on me I think. I have 2 bunnies now. Edit. To clarify, I did not have sexual relations with that rabbit. Let's call a press conference real quick, so you can tell it to everybody with a straight face.
Like and subscribe for more daily fresh new videos. Thanks for watching.